Ex-inmates of Reddit, what was the stupidest thing you've seen a new inmate do on his first day in prison? Shit all over a suicide cell to make a point, then stuck in there with their masterpiece. One guy bragging about what he did to get himself in jail. Other dude showering barefoot. Great way to get convicted, great way to get jungle fungus. Reach across someone's food. Is this a matter of courtesy, or do people have to assume you're gonna fuck with their food if you reach over it? Not wearing shower shoes in the shower. Gross. That's where everyone jacks off and comes all over the floor, not to mention disease they've got. Not gonna lie, my first thought wasn't that but foot fungus. Not prison, but jail. I was getting put in irons with a tiny little shit next to me going to a court date. He looks at me and says loud as fuck, "What did you do?" I looked at him and said, "We're going to our arraignments, are you fucking stupid?" It's sad when the COs and deps laugh out loud. Goofy looking kid, curly hair, thick glasses. He comes in and for some reason he befriends me. He starts telling me what he did. I told him not to be telling nobody that shit because it'll get you in trouble. The rest of that day and the next I could hear him from across the hall telling other people. Not surprised if he's been kicked around a few times. A new guy was in his 50s and had developed addiction problems later in life. He somehow thought that his age afforded him control of the remote for the only TV on the range. The 10 inmates that rushed his cell, kicked the living shit out of him, and threw him down the stairs felt otherwise. Tell literally everyone how he was going to escape, and showed off all the tools he was using. Was he stopped by the other inmates, or by guards? Call his grandma, and just cuss her out and talk her like dog shit because she didn't want to put her house up for collateral to bail him out. Anybody do anything to teach him manners? Or just mind their business? On the yard, some polished guy went up to every single man and shook hands and introduced himself. "Hello, I'm Pavel. Where'd you do time?" Here on the EC that wouldn't garner any hate. Some dudes would probably think he was weird, but that'd probably become an inside block joke. Not shower. 4 weeks. He got his clothes ripped up, and he was thrown half naked into the showers. They also tuned him up pretty good. Did anyone know why he refused to shower? Like, was he just gross, or was he afraid soap would be dropped? Got busted for smoking weed with 2 buddies. When we put in the holding cell, one of them wanted mark the event by carving his name in the paint on the cell door. When we got put in a cell later, they came back and took him to solitary for a week. Worked as a corrections officer, guy got busted for sexual assault of a minor, figured everyone else in the tank was on similar charges, so began talking openly about it, feeling he was safe. We had to subdue 5 guys who jumped him in the rec yard. Guy was sent to the hospital as he was fairly unresponsive. He was sent to protective custody after that. Asked my friend what his was. He told me on his first day he went to his cell and brushed his teeth, and the shaving cream looked just like toothpaste and used it. I did that in my first day in the field in the army. Didn't notice until thinking this toothpaste isn't foaming like it normally does. Apparently the taste didn't faze me. Told a kid there was a pool out at yard. Guard saw him waiting to go out in shorts with his shower towel and asked him what he was doing. Kid said, "I'm gonna go swimming outside, it looks nice." Don't think I've laughed so hard in my life. It's unoriginal, but always funny. This one is strangely wholesome. It's just funny light hazing. Noobs always be letting people give them free shit. Next thing you know, they're crying on the phone thanks to extortion. I've been given free shit several times and never had to pay it back. Was I just lucky? Obligatory not me, but I know a guy, and his cellmate was a young 19-year-old kid. The kid was confused and in the course of talking about their lives admitted he was bi. The guy I know told him, "Hey man, that's cool, but don't tell that to anyone else in here, seriously." Start a fight that she couldn't finish. The fight finished her instead. Pretty much just hearing younger guys lie trying to impress. Odds are if you a real G then you can tell who's who. The ones who get caught lying are the ones who have the hardest time because trust level is low to begin with, include lies and yeah. I'd say this is mostly for JDCs, but county jails and prisons have the same problem, I'm sure. Not on his first day, but his last. As he was being released and escorted out to the parking lot, he started spouting off at the CO, telling them to fuck off, and that they couldn't do anything to him. Then he got in an altercation with the guard and ended up going right from prison to jail. Maybe not the stupidest, but don't talk about your crime. I don't know a single person who didn't talk about their crime. If you don't talk about it, people will start getting suspicious that you're not willing to talk about it because it's something that falls into the pedo-rape category. I was being processed in the county jail in Phoenix, which is notorious for their pink boxers. A group of inmates were being released and one of them saw a stack of the boxers and took a pair, which ended with him going back to jail. Why even steal those? Who knows how many people wore them?